Bro, turn that shit off, man.
At the same point in time, I will say the last couple of days with our team, we've become really close. And, you know, for us to become as close as we have the last 24, 48 hours, I just trust and believe in them.
I know what we need here. This Midwest for sure, we'll figure it out bullshit. That shit doesn't work in football. You fucking don't look for whys. You get answers. Answer this. You want to say Mustafa gone, Eddie bench. This stuff matters. You send messages to, it's a mental fucking game. 90% of it is mental. 10% is the physical attributes. They're all amazing athletes. Charles Leno, I've said it many times, is an amazing athlete. He didn't have it in here. Yep. He didn't have it. You know, when you look at the tape and you see somebody attacking and you see someone with pride, that's why Shayne Phil go fucking ape shit when some asshole blog fuckboy says Khalil Mack wearing his stats at. Where? Fuck on it. You don't know what the fuck. He's driving the fucking whole play back inside for your whole team to eat. It's not about stats. It's about fucking here, the heart, the passion, the mindset. So when Cole Kmet comes out there and says, well, he is right. You're not on a fucking podcast, Cole. Block the motherfucking Sam, linebacker. Put his ass into the secondary. Then talk to us. Catch the motherfucking ball down the seam. Jump. Don't fall down. Truck a motherfucker. Don't juke. All these things. You want to see coaching? Come to the East Coast. Watch how you fucking coach them. You coach fundamentals first. That's how you do it. Fundamentals. Block to the second level. Why are you turning inside when you're going zone? There's no need. There's a 3-tech over there. The center's worrying about getting over there. All he has to do is get on the fucking mic and you're cooking. 30, 40 minutes late to your pressers, you're not setting the stage for your own account. There's so much hypocrisy. When I made Dion laugh about George saying, reading, by the way, he's reading. Remember, Shayne? Mm-hmm. Matt and Ryan are great leaders like Ted Phillips. We have a culture that the whole NFL envies. This happened here. And here we are, wondering about whys, wondering about who's going to start, wondering why our center, who's terrible, doesn't get replaced, wondering about why Demir Bird is on the football field, wondering. It's just constant, and it's infuriating to me. It is infuriating to me. I don't even put on the pads. Imagine what Khalil Mack, who busts his ass every down, feels like. David was using these points, and I said, what? Those are actual points to fire him. The GM knocking on the door, giving up play calling twice, not having a game plan, not having a competition. Bill Lazor saying the opposite. Marquise Goodwin going out there saying the opposite of you. Jimmy Graham retweeting the worst offensive performance in 3 decades. This shit is going down, and we're getting covered over because Khalil Mack, Roquan Smith, and Robert Quinn and company are that good. You You have a championship quality fucking defense. Shayne, that fucking pass interference on Jalen Johnson, that was 3rd down and long. They're going to punt. Changes the fucking game.
The illegal kick that the Packer player said. There were a lot of different plays where you just that. It allowed them to maintain momentum that they should have lost, while we lost momentum that we should have been keeping.
I am a guy that holds refs accountable because you know what? I fucking played this game and I coached it. I know how, if your offense is struggling, that you're scratching and clawing, right? We don't have a Hall of Famer at quarterback. So if you're getting calls to prolong this shit, and I said this to all these fucking Packer trolls behind me, these nerds, I've asked Cool Kennedy and Lawrence Fleming. I go fucking play Madden, you fuck, right? Because I was losing it because they don't know these calls affect this football team because everything has to be perfect. You can't Demir Bird. You can't fucking drop that simple catch and run. Herbert drops a screen that's set up finally for. Can't drop it.
Yeah, that.
I've said it on this show. No head coach in the league sounds the way he does when he does a press conference. None. Exactly none. And they don't. Any of them. I mean. You listen to Brandon Staley out in San Diego and you're like, wow, that's actually someone who makes sense and he clearly understands what's happening and he's got it all together. And it feels like Nagy is grasping for stuff, right? And I'm not sure if I said it here, but I know I've said it before. When has Patrick Mahomes ever said, gosh, we miss Matt Nagy so much? No, that's never happened, right? So stop pretending you're an offensive guru. They hired you to be the head coach. I'm not sure you have the skills to do that, but you have to let go of this control that you have and recognize that your job is on the line, dude. We can't sit here and take what just happened against Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay and kind of walk into the next week where you're going to face the defending Super Bowl champs and a Hall of Fame quarterback that's going to rip your defense to shreds. You can't just stand there and kind of be like, all right, well, we don't know where these guys are with their injuries and we don't really know. But we promise that offense is coming along and we're making progress in practice and we're developing Justin. Yeah, exactly. He's starting to think like we are. That doesn't comfort me, Matt Nagy. That does not comfort me. Zero, right, guys? There was not any sort of, I'm going to rally the troops and we're going to go to Tampa. It was just kind of like this resolve.
It's really good. And
that they're really good and we're not. And to know that, I mean, I don't know. We talked to Justin about do you feel like you're making any progress, right? Because that's what matters. They are dead last offensively. I mean, dead last.
Yeah. Even in the
last couple, and it's not close, right? It's embarrassingly bad. And he's saying, I'm seeing progress. Well, when is it going to go? And how do you not lose leaders like Allen Robinson? How do you not lose Jimmy Graham? How do you not lose these guys when you're developing a quarterback, but you're not sure who's calling plays and how that's all going to. It just feels like there's too much going on to actually make the progress that fans want to see. Simply because I'm starting to question his ability to be a true head coach without owning play calling. It feels almost like at practice that he's, like I talked about, he's bouncing around and looking at other groups and stuff, but I'm not sure he knows how to do that part as well as he knows how, I guess, or as much as he enjoys play calling. Yeah, thank you. He enjoys the play calling, right? So he wants to be in that role. And today he's watching the offensive line and then he just mid drill just kind of walks away. And I'm like, does he even know how to do this part? And that's where I wonder if he is losing those leaders, especially those couple of weeks between Dalton is our starter no matter what, when Fields was clearly the one who needed to be out there. And if they're hearing the crazy that's going on at the podium and wondering, walking away being like, who is leading us? What is happening here? And just kind of that dynamic behind the scenes. We're not in the locker room, and that sucks because that's where you really get to kind of see the vibe. Even if you're not talking to guys, you can tell. Yeah. You can tell body language. You can tell how they're feeling. You'll see even like an injured Akeem Hicks kind of wander through it, and you get a vibe for something, and we're just not getting that right now.
man.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Am I going trading up?
100.
Yes!
What? Here it is!
There's no competition.
Keeping it 100.
The people drop off, but we still keep
I know we need to run the ball more. I'm not an idiot.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Open competition.
Keeping it 100.
The smartest man.
My Chicago Bears select Justin Fields, quarterback, Ohio State.
Guess who's back? The two dudes that kept it real. The dynamic duo that you love, the smartest man and Dr. Phil. Breaking down the film, never a problem, kick it straight. Most shows focus on stats, we focus on the tape. We keeping it 100, never running east or west. We coming with that truth, cause that's what our fans expect. Cut off the freaking anchor, moving forward to be free. But don't you worry, Shayne's got the dumbest tweets. It ain't no secret, Phil and Shayne got some haters. But now the mouth stuffed like the Jew and now and laters. Debaters, frauds get kicked like Coach Tabor. Cuts had to be made, we added a barber moderator. Up and down, boys got you double checking. Sad sacks trolling like a fool drunk texting. Flexing on the truth cause you know they'll never change. Real, recognize real, that's what you get with Phil and Shayne. 100's what we do when we're breaking down the Bears. Fuck a play or a captain, all of the armchair. The tape never lies, the truth, you see. We laugh, we lie, so there's no babies like Maybelline. Straight to the truth with acumen and facts. We got a sad nerd, but he's not just giving nerd stats. Car crash, big impact like Max Sack. Every Wednesday night you got the smartest man and Phil back. Now we know you're smiling like a fat kid with fun day. We're back better than ever and we're keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man.
Keeping it 100, baby.
Draft Dr.
Keeping it 100.
Keeping it 100.
Shayne, Money Man Marsaw.
Oh, this is Claudio the Barber, and this is Shy City Sports Keeping It 100. I see you, Sherry. I see you. Listen, Sunday was a fucking horror show, all right? Just in time for Halloween. But you know what? The only thing positive that came out of it was fucking Nagy's COVID test. So, you know what? We got a fucking scary good show for you tonight. We got maybe a special guest coming on. Let's see. But we got a lot to talk about. So let's bring on the boys, Dr. Jackle and Mr. Hyde himself, Shayne, the smartest man, Marsaw, and Draft Dr. Phil. What is
There he is, Claudio the
coming in
Barber.
late again, obviously.
Coming in late.
You were speaking for like a full 3 seconds.
Listen,
Caden's got to put this together for us. I mean, it's got to happen. It's
I
a
love the
Halloween. I like
Halloween
the beat.
I love the
I
Halloween
like the beat in the background.
Love it.
Jason,
hip-hop.
right? That's Friday the 3rd. No, it's
No, it's
Halloween.
Halloween. It's a
Yeah,
hip-hop.
Michael Myers. Michael
Yeah.
Myers.
He
Yeah.
is single,
That's all
Cherie.
it
Michael Myers is single.
He's been single for years. He's like Jackle. He don't do shit. He just keeps living.
See how he is?
Hold on.
There you go. Now let me
So-
ask you this, Claudio. Do you have
What's
your
up?
mic there?
I do. Why? You can't hear me?
No.
Because you always sound so far away. So
You hear
move
me
your
better
mic
now?
close. Oh my God.
You
Better?
sound like you're in Wallingford, Connecticut.
With Angela.
You sound
I
like
am
you're
in
in
Wallingford.
Angela's barn.
No. We're
Blink
very
twice.
economical, my family.
Blink twice if everything's okay.
I don't give a fuck that he smokes weed. They all smoke weed.
Smoke weed every day.
There we go. Bringing it back to the old school. 1 year ago, we're only a year old in its infancy. We got all you fans. Again, just an amazing couple weeks as far as TTNL is concerned. As far as the Bears are concerned, There's a lot to get into and talk about with this football team, and we're going to get into it tonight. We're going to play some audio. We're going to do all our normal. We might have a surprise guest or two, but we really wanted to get into some of the rudimentary things with you, the fans, in the chat room, and do something different as we approach Halloween weekend. And the scariest thing has been the culture of the Chicago Bears, Shayne.
Ryan and Matt are men of character. They are both, like Ted, outstanding leaders.
Right then and there was the tone set.
A kiss of death.
Right, exactly.
When you got to read it, it just...
Yeah, on top of what was stated, to Claudio's point, and to Cherie, who said it in the pre-show banter, it's almost like they're putting a gun to him to say this stuff. And Shayne knocks it out of the park as usual, per usual, the kiss of death. Listen, this network stands alone in calling out the truth, whether it be this minutia with the collaboration or the football end of it with the X's and O's, with everything we do here. I took a step back from football for 2 days this week, and I said, this is the most disgusted I've ever been in regards to watching a professional football team, let alone being involved in anything. It is the most disappointing, disheartening moment. Ron G got me back up and ready when he played. He sent me my rant because my rant has more passion and pride than that whole fucking franchise has ever had. And it's unfortunate because you fans that DM me and Shayne or say some of the same shit that we say, like, it's new to us, but I love it. I've never been this low, Claudio. I've never been, even with Trestman, that 50 burger, Shayne.
Well, that's the separator right there for me. I mean, with Trestman, you were excited because it was change. They ushered out Lovey. Things started to get stale. You were fed a line of bullshit about the offense. Well, the offense did show signs of life, but it was the worst defense in the history of the Chicago Bears. So there was major flaws there. This team has talent on both sides of the ball, but yet we still see these fundamental flaws that we saw under Mark Trestman, that we saw under John Fox. The offense is decidedly worse under Matt Nagy than it was under John Fox.
Barelissimo cut clips for me, and then I put it together. I narrated it. I'll put it out tomorrow morning for the patrons, and then tomorrow night for the channel. But Shayne, honestly, this is worse than any football team I've every fucking play. Every play there's a mistake. There's a breakdown. There's a slip. There's a missed assignment.
They don't even do the elementary things that you go to get your guy an easy pass. You know what I mean? That's right. We've screamed and hollered from the rooftops. You have a simple slant pass can ignite an offense. It's a positive play. They just flat refuse to do it.
Has there been one planned run play with Fields? Like a rollout run with him?
Claudio.
No, there hasn't.
You brought that up.
Every run he does is him always for his fucking life.
It's always to the short side of the field.
There's a play, and I'm not spoiling it. You're going to see it tomorrow, and you're going to hear me like, this looks like a quarterback sweep. And Justin gives the ball, and inside, Cole Kmet's the wing pulling, but he's pulling to lead block on a sweep because he's looking inside to block anybody so Justin could follow. It's given, and your center gets fucking. Your center is the worst football player. He's worse than Leno. My father said, no, he's not worse only because he tries. And I'll give him that. But let's just say this. There is nothing being done inside. I know Big Steve Edwards is our boy, and he has a relationship with Juan. I don't know what they're coaching. They have no rules. There is just complete throw fucking sauce at the wall and spaghetti and see where it sticks. And those are the play. It is like I'm literally sitting there almost crying in my fucking Frosted Flakes, even though I don't eat Frosted. It's just disappointing on all levels. Like on high school, they don't do this. They know their fronts. Your center is awful. Mustafa couldn't start on any football team in the NFL, but somehow he's with the Bears. I mean, Shayne, it's not just Vita Vea. It's anyone who lines up. Yeah. Anybody. 56 takes him and fucking throws him into the fucking backfield.
Well, who's picking tonight on their prediction for the San Francisco game that there's going to be another snap that rolls to the quarterback?
Oh my God. I
put
that play in there.
Oh, yeah. That was horrible.
I put that play. And you know what's the worst thing about that play? Spoiler alert. I say it in the fucking video. It's not Jackle not doing shit. It's the ball falling on the ground, right? And you know, as a center, you fucking sucked with this snap. It looks like a bocce ball. And you don't fucking turn around and try to help. He just runs off.
Getting the fuck out of there.
He got out of there.
You
I don't want
leave
to
the
get hurt.
Bro, you leave the scene of the crime. You don't fucking stay there to get in trouble, right?
Oh my God. Ariel's back. Ariel.
Oh, Ariel.
There he is. Jackle's
He's spamming.
favorite.
Look at he's spamming.
Yeah.
Oh, Ariel.
Look at that. He's dyslexic and illiterate. You can't even
Ariel can't spell
like
like.
Halloween's with an A, dude.
Halloween? He's talking about his brain. His brain is Halloween. It's hollow.
His mother garbles her words when she's at my house too. Always has a mouthful.
Ariel, you can't stay away. How much do you love me? I love that. I love it, Ariel. At least he does more than Jackle. Jackle can't even fucking text you and say, "Hey, I got this, bro." Where is he?
There he is.
This motherfucker, dude.
I go,
Yo,
Jackle, can you cut some tape?
I said yes to your face when we were at in the office today, didn't I?
But you said you're going to do a backsplash. Yes. You said you're going to do this. Yes. You said you're going to do
talking
that.
about the conversation
you don't
we
have
had
enough
today.
time.
Let's focus on today. You're like talking to Dawn right now. I need you to focus on the here and now.
I am. All it takes is I got this when I put it in the chat.
I figured when I said it to you, and then
we do have breaking news.
That's not good
Ariel is currently probably making another YouTube account because he just got blocked again.
Oh, poor Ariel.
I hope you guys are all doing well, by the way. Good to see you,
Jackle.
Shayne,
We
Claudio.
hope you step up this
Text
week.
me, bro. We're gonna do this.
I will.
So, Jackal, here's your job.
Talk
I
to
gave
me,
Jackal props last night live on
Did
his
you?
show.
Did he
Yes,
do
I
a good job?
I did.
Yeah, thank you,
There you
Shayne.
go.
He put me on a hot fantasy prospect early on in the process. And I gave him credit for
Hey,
it.
Chris, is the episode that I was on still got the most views?
That's enough airtime for Jackal. You need to reset your modem, Jackal. Reset your modem.
Ryan and Matt are men of character. They are both, like Ted, outstanding leaders.
You can't make that up if you tried to. Like, he had to throw Ted in there, too.
Yeah, well, that's, I mean,
Oh my god.
God, please, for the love of God and all that is good, I pray that you get owners, sell this fucking team. I know everybody told me Charles Leno's never going to get cut. He got cut. You energetically, we got to put it out and see. Matt Nagy, go away. Go away. You're the worst thing.
The next, what?
He's hiding.
10 days.
He's hiding.
People are saying he lost his locker room. Do you guys think some of the players
Oh
are
my
actually
God.
are actually not playing as hard?
I'm not
I
putting
think
anything into I know people like to. I'm not putting anything into the Wims bullshit because is he even on a team? I'm not
We
sure
get
he's
that
even on a
text or tweet, Jackal. Can you do that? he bounced.
But no, I think that there's people that
Whims
legitimately
tweet.
have an issue within the locker room with Matt Nagy, because how can you not? You sit there and hear about culture, and it's,
dude,
you have a good culture, but it's not a winning culture. So what the fuck is that? It's great. We all say
Caden,
hello and nobody's punching each other in the face. So it's a good culture.
I know you put it in the open, but I think we need to play it again. If you can, just give me a thumbs up. When Matt Nagy says, yeah, we really got bonded this past couple weeks or whatever.
Oh, yeah, when
was
he's
it days?
scratching his head when he says it. Like,
us guys in that locker room are bonded these last couple. Like, what did you have? A powwow? What did you do? Like, you went on the fucking, the office. What was it? The booze cruise in the middle of January. It's like we did team building exercises. Let's look at a little bit of Matt Nagy today, guys, and I want you to talk about. This was cut by me and Ron G, not Chris Jackle.
So, Matt, are you at home all the last couple of days? Have you been banished to the basement? What's your setup while trying to make sure you don't get anybody else sick?
I got a beautiful setup, but as you can probably understand, I'm not going to get into where I'm at. But I have a great setup.
Mark Potash, Chicago Sun-Times.
How borderline impossible is that to do when you're last in the league in passing yards? And building off that, how much of an effect do you think Justin not taking all those first team reps during training camp has now with the passing game?
Well, we understand that we want to be a heck of a lot better and be able to be more explosive and have bigger plays that we haven't produced as much right now that will help you get in the end zone and score those points. And however that comes, whether it's a long run or a long pass, we really don't care. Or if it's a 15-play drive that ends in 7 points, great. So that's really, I think we know that. But then sometimes too, what happens is, Mike, is you get to a point where you get so locked in and so focused at doing all that you don't do it. So we just got to get back to knowing what this offense can be. And kind of what I was saying at the beginning is don't press, don't put too much pressure on yourselves. Just get back to playing as one. 11 guys playing as one. Do your job. Do what you're supposed to do. Do the simple things right. And if you do all that, that other stuff comes. That other stuff comes. So that's that part. And then for the reps with Justin, I mean, that's a plan that we put in place from the very beginning. And that to me is something that when we talked about the plan that we had going into this before Andy got hurt, that was the plan that we followed then to when you're asking about the question of the timing. So now that we're in this situation right now and that Justin is playing, is now the timing that he can get or gain with these guys in practice is very important. And so, having guys practice and be out there to work on timing is crucial. And our guys have done that. And then in these games too, in the games here that Justin has started, is being able to get specific routes down and then match that up with coverages that you might see. And so it's one thing to go out and just throw a route on air. It's another thing to be able to do it in preseason. And it's a third thing to be able to do it when it's a real game. And so it all matters, it definitely matters. And that's why these guys are going to continue to work on all of that and try to get better so that we can be better offensively.
Just for clarification, when is the earliest you could be here?
I don't know that. I don't know. That's something that I think it's probably fluid to answer that. But I have, that's something that I just, all I want to do is make sure each day I'm doing everything that they tell me to do and follow the protocol side of it. So we'll see.
David Montgomery returning this week.
No, that's good. So no updates in regards to Ifedi and David Montgomery and Bush and Jenkins. We do have good news with Larry Borum though, with his ankle, that he will be returning today from injured reserve, it'll start his 21-day window. And I think it's it's a really good thing considering, you know, what he's been through these last several weeks, and he's worked hard to get to this point. So that'll be great to be able to get him back out there, but no updates with those other guys. Everybody's still in IR.
Because his injuries have been kind of lingering, and that he was going to for sure miss Sunday's game and perhaps even beyond that. Is there anything you can disclose about maybe where he's at physically and what your plan might be for him in the short term?
No, you know, the only thing I would say to that is, you know, we're working through everything right now with Khalil. You know, as everybody knows, he's been battling through his foot injury the last several weeks. You've seen that with practice. There's been absolutely no decisions made, and we'll just kind of see where that all ends up.
Well, there you go. I mean, first, let's start with the basement. I don't understand what he's talking about, that we all have to understand that we can't know where he is. That right there. I saw Mandy say, like, what is he afraid of?
I think it's because he's not home. He's probably at a hotel and he doesn't want fans coming to the hotel. He's quarantined.
Well, he could say I'm at a hotel. I mean,
yeah. Oh, no. I know. But he's probably, yeah. I'm just saying
the Bat Cave. I mean,
that's probably, I'm just saying that's probably what the
he
deal
says
is.
You understand that I'm at Hallis Hall. I'm in my office. Anything suffices.
Yeah, he's not there. He's quarantined.
He can't be at Hallis Hall. Yeah,
he could be wherever he wants to be quarantined. If he's got a big enough office, I stay here.
Not at Hallis Hall. I'm not going to let him quarantine at Hallis Hall.
That's why he doesn't want anyone to know.
Yeah.
He just makes speculation. Like, I'm at home in my basement. I'm at a hotel. I'm at the fucking Motel 6. What? And then the fucking comments. The answer never comes when he talks about the passing offense with Justin Fields. This guy is the most arrogant to not be arrogant that I've ever seen.
Yeah, he doesn't help himself, like you said. It's pretty simple.
He's the Ariel Cologne of coachings. He is the worst thing I've ever seen. I'm sorry. I don't understand.
He's the literate Ariel Cologne.
Yeah, maybe. He word salad. If that's literate, I don't know. He never answers a goddamn question.
No, never.
No,
never
that's
direct answer.
That's the thing. He's not doing himself any favors. End of the day, does he have to answer everything honest and truthful? No, that's not the NFL way. But he's going out of his way to be a smarmy little bitch about it. And that's,
oh my God.
You see that the media is starting to, well, it started a long time ago, but they're getting more and more irritated here as we go. And these guys are filling up their gas tanks to pour on this fire. They go out and get boat raced against San Francisco, put Khalil Mack on IR. Justin Fields goes out and gets sacked 5 or 6 more times. The passing game doesn't get rolling. The pitchforks are going to come out on fucking Halloween for Matt Nagy.
Ryan and Matt are men of character. They are both, like Ted, outstanding leaders.
We're going to be playing that for a long time.
Do you guys think him getting COVID might have saved his job? You think he would have got fired this week or no?
No, I don't. I know there's a lot of people out there saying that this is some big cover up. He doesn't have COVID. Listen, if they got to that fucking point, they would just launch him. They're not.
Well, I don't think it's a cover up. I just think
he
might have.
Listen, I don't put anything.
They can't fire him when he has COVID.
When George McCaskey comes out spewing this kiss of death, as Shayne calls it, I don't put anything past this corporate run fucking facade.
No, but what I'm saying is if the Bears were against Matt Nagy and wanted him gone, he's getting the COVID test from the Bears trainers. He's not going to a separate facility to get this done.
Right.
Andre Tucker, whoever's doing the fucking test, they're going to be like, this motherfucker's got COVID.
Okay.
And
he's got a pink slip.
They're like, well, Jesus Christ, we were just going to fire him. Now we got to fucking keep him. No, they would have launched him to the fucking moon.
Some people did say, oh, you can't fire him now. I think Jackle even wrote that in our fucking chat room. So
why?
It does. Because it looks bad.
Yeah,
and
you can't.
These guys worry about
COVID.
The NFL gives exactly 0 fucks about
the NFL,
but
not
listen.
These
if they wanted to fire Matt Nagy, listen, Matt Nagy could come out and his fucking dog could have got hit by a car. His kid has fucking cancer. He's got COVID and his house just burnt down. And if they wanted to fucking fire him, they would fire him on the same fucking. They give zero fucks about that if they want to do business. Yeah. If they want.
Sometimes he's in a bad spot. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's as simple as he's got fucking COVID and the Bears aren't firing him yet. Yet is the operative word.
Yeah. This is year 4 of Matt Nagy. This football team looks further away from any semblance of a professional offense. They're the 32nd ranked passing team. They don't understand.
Imagine if he wasn't so secretive in the fucking press conferences, where we'd be on offense. 35th out of 32 teams. You know what I mean? He's being secretive and we fucking suck on offense.
Imagine if they let Greg shoot them in shorts and highlights and training camp. Those plays would have gotten out and they'd be 39th, 40th. It's a travesty to watch this guy. I don't even know, Shayne. He talks about those guys are still on IR. David Montgomery, Borum coming back. But Jason Peters was the guy who told you Borum was coming back a day earlier. And Shayne, when you look at this guy's offensive philosophy and what he wants to do as opposed to what you do successful, it goes back to 2018 when Adam Hogue asked him about the I formation and gave him a statistic. You're averaging 8.8 yards when you're in the I. That was running and throwing. And his response was, I didn't come here to run the I formation. He continues to do today. They're asking about play action, right? Justin Fields. They asked Justin Fields about it. Do you want to watch that video? Let's
Justin, you were just talking about having these meetings with receivers on Zoom. I'm just wondering who set those up and how often are you planning on doing those?
As much as we need to, and we just talked about it collectively as a group. So just as much as we need to, and as much as we feel like we need to get our own maybe changing the routes on certain plays and stuff like that. Just as much as needed.
Hey Justin, how would you rate your comfort throwing off play action? And then the second part of that, how would you rate your comfort, handling RPOs and whatnot?
I think I'm very comfortable with, the play action pass. I think it gets me more in a rhythm. So, of course, I'm comfortable with that. And then RPOs, I've been doing RPOs for a long time now. So I'm also very comfortable with those too.
Would you like to do more of those now with the Bears then, I guess?
I'd like to score touchdowns. That's what I want to do, no matter how it's done.
Hi, Justin. We talked to Allen Robinson yesterday, and some of the indication was that the chemistry is, eventually going to come between you and him. And he said that, some of that is a product of you not getting the first team reps in training camp and working with him. Do you kind of look at it that way too, that it's just something that's going to build because you didn't necessarily have that with the first unit in training camp?
Of course, the more reps you get with your receivers, the better chemistry you have. So, it's that simple, really.
There you go, Shayne. You talking.
Well,
guys,
I go back to, if you go on draft night, there was a big groundswell of people that were saying, oh, Justin Fields didn't look happy. His agent didn't look happy when it was the Bears. And at the time, I didn't want to believe it. I don't think it was so much him coming to the Bears that bothered him. I think Justin Fields and his agent, probably via Ryan Day, who's close with Matt Nagy. And listen, they can be friends. It doesn't mean that Ryan Day has to agree with everything about Matt Nagy. I think if you go back and watch that video, at no point does Justin Fields' agent look happy. And I think Matt Nagy is the reason why. I think probably within circles within the NFL, they know that he's a fraudulent play caller. He never should have been a head coach. And now his guy is connected to him. in his first year. And I don't want to say it's going to be a wasted year. There's still things that he can learn from this experience. But as an agent, when you want to protect your guy, that's a big problem that you have to deal with. And I think if you go back, maybe we can pull that clip of the night that he was drafted. And if you look at his agent, when you have one of the biggest media markets in the world trading up for you at number 11 with on a team that has a huge need at quarterback in a football crazed city, the agent should be clapping his hands and going nuts just because of endorsement deals, stuff like that, to get the money, extra money on the side. He didn't look happy, and I think it was all about Matt Nagy.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've never once did a film breakdown or analysis of our Chicago Bears with any pre-thoughts, preconceived notion that I'm going to find a way to destroy. I just take what is given, and then you see it. And obviously I've broken down Dowell Loggins. I've broken down many offensive Tressman, and now Matt Nagy. The thing about all of them, they all have their warts, but Tressman had plays that counter, formations that counter what you're trying to do. So there was a semblance of professionalism.
Like running the football and then going action off of it.
Yes.
What a novel fucking concept. I mean,
like
Jesus.
Going split and putting your giant, Brandon Marshall way outside the numbers to give him space where his body and his size alone is going to give him an advantage if he creeps inside on a slant.
He's no Demir Bird.
Here's this shit show going tight with all of their formations, and then shotgun on 4th and 1. You never go in shotgun. Always stay under center. And listen, Justin, as some of you, I liked a lot of what you guys are saying in the chat. Justin didn't take the bait there. He could have easily buried his head coach, but he didn't. He's a professional. His coach is not. So to Shayne's point, there's a lot of validity in it, because people I know in college and in the pros think Matt Nagy is exactly what you show him to be, Phil. In fact, you pulled the curtain back and showed everybody, including some of these other coaches, that thought Matt was more, but he's not. He's a shoeman. He's a shoe salesman. And maybe that's a shot at shoe salesman. But Matt Nagy, in his wall of play calls, that picture, he just doesn't know how to use the talent, because Shayne's 100% right. I've said this many times. This roster has talent. Can you imagine Jason Peters saying, yeah, I felt bad for LC, Latavius Simmons out there, or LS, whatever his nickname is, whatever they call him, because he never fucking practiced. Can you imagine, Shayne? Like, forget you. The minutia of the question back to Nagy was, are you upset that you didn't get him reps when he should have? If me and you were handling these pressers, it would be a hell of a lot. There's no way out, because I would double back. What are you talking about, Matt? Answer me. Why wasn't he given those reps or an open competition? So the competition would illuminate and allow those first team reps. Here, your starting wide receiver, your franchise tagged wide receivers coming out and saying, yeah, we need more reps. You got your quarterback and your receivers getting on Zoom meetings to get more cut. What are we doing? This is a professional football team. This isn't Ted Lasso going across coaching fucking football and soccer across the pond. This is supposed to be a guy that understands offense. He doesn't. He doesn't understand personnel, matchups, anything.
I'm going to put this up there. This is what I was talking about. Jackle actually did something and gave me the link. Thank you, Christopher.
There he is.
When I put this up, look to the right-hand side of your screen, and that's part of the management crew of Justin Fields. His quarterback, his guy, just got drafted, and look at the guy sitting by himself on the right hand side. And tell me what you think of his reaction.
Oh, there's his agent sitting in that chair there.
Yep.
Okay, let's watch him.
Pretty stoked, right?
It's like, motherfucker, Matt Nagy's got. Let me get. Cameras are on.
Have your pets spayed and neutered. And the Bears are all excited. They went.
I hate that this is true. I hate that Matt Nagy is this, Shane.
But I'll just run it back real quick just to see.
Yeah, because in the realm of this, the Ariel Colognes of the world are going to say, well, he's disappointed because he went 11. He thought he was going to go higher. We're talking about the agent knowing Matt Nagy is a piece of shit. He's that. There it is. Tell me Jackle did 2 things today. I'll be freaking incredible. That was Claudio taking credit.
Sean Bell says the girl in the black dress is fine. Well, that's not Ariel's mother because that bitch ugly. Oh, did I just say that live on here? God, I'm salty tonight. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Put that pic back up again one more time. So they got Denny's menus and things. But you could see this is a guy that loves to call plays. That has said big plays are nice. And he's fucking wallpapered his house or his office or wherever this space is. This might be the place he's hiding, Chris.
Those are all the plays that those are all the plays that he didn't score on. That's why there's so many of them.
This is also the guy that kicked a field goal down 21-0. And Justin saying today, I like to score touchdowns. You think there's anything behind that? Yeah, there's everything behind that. There's everything behind that. A lot of fucking podcasts and other shows and networks steal a lot from us, but they can't steal the passion that we have to fix this. I'm not trying to just focus on negative, but when you're fed mush every night and you're not Alfalfa Spanky and everybody else, you get tired of it. This is a stooge. This is a rewind back in time to seeing George McCaskey say Ryan and Matt are men of great character, leaders like George, like Ted Phillips, for God's sake. This is the root of all evil. The root of all evil. And ultimately, we get to these points where we have to pull back these layers with press interviews, tape, and the emotional reaction to it all. And tonight is an exercise in that because this poor kid, and I thought my father did a great job on BHL, the best post-game show on the Chicago Bears, bar none. It's got 13,000 views. Rants, passion. We had fans come on. We had Matt Taylor with a fucking paper bag on his head, Tampa Matt. We had my boy Tim Madison coming on. And he was getting engaged, for God's sake, right? Yeah. He had to come on because he's so fired up. We live and die with our Chicago Bears. That's what this is about. There you go. Shane reminded me. Are you reading this? Because I don't have it up.
I don't have it either. Oh, Jackle don't do shit.
Jackle don't do shit. Let me find it real quick under Steven Johnson.
Mr. Steven Johnson. Got his Twitter account back.
Did he? He got deleted or he got banned?
Porn bots. That's the rumor. That's what Jackle told me. No, I'm
BETUS. Hey guys, sports betting season is in full force. The NHL, the NBA's back on. Football's here, obviously. I hope you ain't betting on those Bears. Bet against. You need a sports book, though, with integrity and longevity, like BETUS. You may already know this, but BETUS has been a pioneer in the sports book industry, Ariel. For almost 3 decades, thriving and paying their loyal customers. That is betus.com. That's right. They have loads of bonuses. Join now or call 1-800-69-BET-US. That's 1-800-MY-BET-US. You'll receive 125% sign-up bonus by using this code, promo code ShyCity125. You want 200%? Use the code ShyCity200. They have a re-up and referral bonus, so if you want to get Claudio involved with a bet, call him up, give him the code, give him your code, and you're going to get a bonus for the both of you. BetUS is known as America's favorite sports book for a lot of reasons. BetUS has all your NBA, NHL, every player prop, loads of NFL futures and odds. It's all up there. You can bet on the UFC, Jackle. You can do props, golf. Who the fuck bets on golf? I don't know, but you can. Live betting on most sports, including online casino, games, race books, all the horse tracks. They have every type of bet imaginable. And the Sharp Bet US mobile platform is easy with full betting options. Follow my lead, Claudio, and get your phone out online and social sports betting partner with integrity and longevity like I did. It's BetUS. You bet, you win, you get paid. BetUS. There you go. There it is. BetUS. What a beautiful thing. That insane clown posse.
I bet you Tooch bets on golf.
I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. He didn't bet on you. I'll tell you that.
Sometimes he's in a bad spot. Yeah.
Exactly, Matt.
Ryan and Matt are men of character.
I'm sure they are. In most circles, they are. Listen, I always go and look at the tape. Obviously, BHL, we react immediately to what we saw with passion and pride and the integrity. Unlike what George is trying to sell, it matters. The first time I ever saw through the bullshit with Matt Nagy was when he said big plays are nice. When I saw that, and you're trying to talk into life and existence, and then you're fighting against things that work, and then you're burying Mitch Trubisky, and then you're burying the next guy. And then this past weekend, as I was saying before the BetUS, was my father pointing out the young comment. Well, there's young players out there that are still learning, and thus he was using Justin Fields as his shield of why they played so poorly. And I think that is why Shayne's pointing the agent sitting there unreactive to what was his guarantee at pick number 11. I mean, it's millions of dollars.
Oh,
this
yeah.
kid's about to be a professional athlete.
I think part of that played into it too. I think that they, I think they thought they had a chance to go to Detroit, which was a lot higher. Maybe they thought that something was going to get crazy on draft night and maybe the Jets would take him, but it didn't work out. But I mean, for your agent to have that reaction, the hoopla of the night, we're not focused on the little minutia like that because we were so excited with the pick.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, you look back at it now and I think it's pretty telling.
It really is. And it's unfortunate because you hear it in him and watching the game. I'm just letting you know, just the personnel use alone, Lachavius Simmons. Thank you guys. Justin Fields, 18.9 million. That in your life? I mean, Jesus.
But you fall out of the top 10. There's a draft. I mean, top 5 to top 10 and out of the top 10. That's a drastic fall financially.
Yeah, but still 11 million is nothing.
Oh, I know. But if I told you could have 22 and you got 11, you'd be happy, but not quite as happy.
I'm still.
It's like Claudio. Claudio was happy he was on the plane, but Jackal was sitting in the back with the fucking dry peanuts, and Claudio had the hot mops on his fucking forehead and people feeding him.
Nerd alert!
There he is.
I'm ready to talk Bulls basketball. 4-0 to start the season. This
Big
is
game tomorrow night.
It's going to be a really up.
All right. And that was Matt Cartstenan.
I knew that would work. I was like, I need a night off. If I just talk Bulls the whole time, how long till Phil?
Reportedly, Shayne has shared that with other shows.
Yeah, Terrence sold it back to me for $6.
Oh, Madonna, me.
Somebody changed his name.
Changed Carr's name? My Chemical Romance drummer. I have no idea what that means.
Yeah,
so the joke is, my daughter was playing the Black Parade on the piano. My wife actually went to school with the drummer for My Chemical Romance. So Shayne has been teasing her about that. I have escalated said teasing because that's kind of what we do. And here we sit.
I went to about a 40. Cars took it up to about 137.
I have no idea what that is. What is a band?
Yes.
You've never heard of My Chemical Romance?
It's a total emo.
You've heard the song.
Maybe I've heard
They're famous for it.
If I've heard a song, is it a
Black
one-hit
Parade.
wonder band?
The Black, no, they had a couple, but the Black Parade is the one that is Welcome to the Black Parade is the one that most people will recognize from the piano instantly. So
maybe we'll have to get Jackle to pull some of that.
Don't pull it. Don't pull it.
Jackle, don't be pulling anything back there. We don't want to see you pulling anything.
He's been pulling a lot. Jackle, don't do shit.
Smoke weed every day.
There he
Poor
is.
duck.
That poor duck. Poor duck can't breathe. Listen. Also, Jason Peters had some things he had to say. Let's watch a little of Jason Peters, unless you have anything else on Justin Fields, Shayne, about the meetings with the wide receivers.
Probably Cars would be a good person. Maybe get his input on it, what he thought about. Have you seen it, Cars?
You mean the one kid who's taking accountability inside the entire room, inside the entire organization, who just happens to be like 21, and is like, "Fuck this, we're gonna do this the right way." Like this is. You ever have like a coach so bad in basketball or any sport that you play that he's like he draws up the play and you all look and go, "That's not going to work. That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. This is what we're actually going to do." That's what a 21-year-old just did to a 40-something-year-old. So that's.
I will say the last couple of days with our team, we've become really close, and
sure, Matt.
Super close.
I love my ex-wife. She's the nicest person in the world. She is so great.
The tell is this.
It reads like when I did the fake apology when we pretended that I was suspended for a week, right? And you're just like reading this script that no way, shape, or form do you believe. That's what.
Hold on, like this.
Ryan and Matt are men of character. They are both, like Ted, outstanding leaders.
That's the one.
Don't play it. Don't play it. Don't play it.
I guess that's the band.
If I age myself, if you've ever
definitely heard the song, Phil, 100%.
I will check out the song.
It's like though if you've ever seen.
I have no idea the song though. I'm not even joking.
You'll hear the first couple bars and be like, "Oh shit, I actually like that."
Is it like a Green Day song, like that style?
No, it's a total kind of 90s emo is what I would go. But early 2000s. Emo.
It was connected to the Bears when they went to the Super Bowl. There was like a big highlight video going around to that song. Yeah.
Okay. Well, knocked it out of the park, Cars, with.
I love Phil's rants. They make me happy.
They don't make me uncomfortable
They're so
whatsoever.
positive.
Yeah.
Jackal does a great job. Claude doesn't charge enough for haircuts.
That is great. That is
Matt
great.
Nagy. Matt Nagy head scratch.
I miss where I used to work.
No, but
I don't like weed in an edible form whatsoever.
The young kid being more.
Yeah, well, it tells you everything.
It
right there.
really
If you're
is.
the owner of the fucking franchise, you look at that kid and you should have fucking blinders on. He should be the only one, honestly, the only fucking focus. Tom Waddle talked about it today, said that the Bears should fucking blow it up. And
Oh, did he say that today?
Honestly,
he waited till today.
It's the right move. It is the right move. As much as it hurts me to say it, I would.
You have to.
James Daniels, I wouldn't move because he's a young offensive lineman. Guys like that, no. And listen, this is gonna blow the fucking roof off the house. But if you're rebuilding, are you investing over $100 million in an off-the-ball backer?
Probably not.
Just telling you, people are gonna have a fucking fit. It's not good. It's not good business.
No, I agree. Especially at that.
They
position.
will. That's the Chicago Bears way.
Well, they can't.
But it spirals quickly. To your point, though, Shane. Like it between the cap problems that you have and what you've punted in down the line, for whatever reason, the blind belief that it's just going to take a little bit more time and maybe next season this will be it, and we're going to do this and we're going to make the playoffs. Like there's belief. We could be 3-12 and they'd be like, we're starting everybody in the last week because we think we still got a chance at the playoffs. We're just mathematically eliminated, but we're not emotionally eliminated. So we think we can still do it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I mean, this guy.
I mean, at this point, just to stay on this topic, Phil, Cars, you and I talked about it a little bit, and for whatever reason, people are. Listen, you're not getting multiple first rounders if you trade Khalil Mack. Just move beyond that. That's not happening. You're not getting a first rounder for Allen Robinson. You're going to get, if they could get a third round draft pick, that's what they're going to get in a comp pick back. So that's what they're going to be asking for, and they're going to get it a year early. That's the compensation. But if I can get a third round pick a year early by trading them, see you later at this point. See you.
You asked 5 players that you'd move on from. So Allen Robinson's one.
Yeah.
Roquan, you just let him go in free agency because you don't pay him.
I wouldn't let him go.
I bet you can get a value for him.
Yeah, he's
you
the one.
Tag him and trade him.
He's not a free agent.
He's got one more year.
Yeah, you have the 5th year option on him because he was drafted.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was
So
drafted.
then you're definitely
18?
putting.
Yeah.
Then you put the option on him.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. But I'm saying he's the guy that would have value on the team because he is the one guy.
Do you trade him?
You can't trade
Roquan?
Eddie. Yeah,
No.
like so you try to trade Roquan, you can't trade Eddie. So like when ideally
You
I think
can't
we'd all
trade
be
Eddie. Why? Because of his
financially.
contract?
Yeah,
financially it'll be like 30
Impossible.
million. And it's something ridiculous.
Yeah.
So,
You could trade him, but then you're
But listen, let's just go
Cutting.
on. Let's go on the guides of
picks.
The cap is going up.
Yeah.
We always manipulate it.
So are contracts. So are
I
guys have got
agree.
contracts coming
I'm just
in.
saying. I'm setting this up to answer this fairly. You are the GM, Shane. You just hired me as the head coach. We go in there with Cars as the fucking capologist guy. This is what I've assessed. These are the guys I think need to go.
Mm-hmm.
Get rid of the center. Go on. I don't even want to see him.
He's no value there. I mean,
I'm just saying these are
gone. Right.
This answering the question. He's gone.
But don't you think he was talking about 5 guys that you might be able to get something for?
Yeah.
5
what I
guys
thought.
that we want to get something for.
Yeah, so
I think because with the
might
trade
hurt a
deadline
little
coming,
bit.
yeah.
Okay,
who
so
could
then
we-
Akeem Hicks,
Yeah.
you got to put him in there, right?
Yep.
Perfect
Yeah.
world, Eddie Jackson. I wouldn't even want him on my team, so I'm putting him out there. If I get a 5th round pick for him, I'm happy. 6th round, 2 6th in 2030. I don't care. Just get him out of there. So there's 2, right? Hicks and Jackson. Look at Cherie. Someone's typing that. Doing an amazing job. It ain't Jackle, I'll tell you that. Let's see.
Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson, definitely.
Yep.
No way am I letting go of David Montgomery. No. I keep him in-house. That's just dumb. Who
I
else
mean,
is
the hard part is who
Cole
has
Kmet?
value.
Cole Kmet's gone. Jimmy Graham gone. 2 tight ends are gone. So there's 4, right? Or is that 5?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to get anything for Jimmy. Cole, you might get a
Jimmy,
fly
I
round
could maybe
pick
trade
for
to
him,
the Saints or
but
the Seahawks.
But at that point, he's more valuable to you. And with him being so young, you're going to give him another year to try to develop.
I'm done
as a
with
quarterback.
Cole. I'm just telling you, as a coach, Kmet gone. And if I get a 5th round pick for him, that's great. Nick Foles. There you go.
Or
Nick
Andy
Foles.
Dalton.
Or Dalton.
Well, yeah, Andy Dalton is the interesting one. I mean, that's
so there's the 5
fucking
guys.
Jets trading for giving Philly something for fucking Joe Flacco. I mean, my God, that's I don't know how the fuck they do that.
I keep Roquan because of that 5th-year option.
Yeah,
that was a good exercise there. But if I was the coach, it would be much different. It would be center's gone. I'm moving James Daniels to center. Bars, I'm going to have a tryout at guard, or Dieter Eisland's going to center. I'm telling you right now, watching this tape is Barlissimo could tell you, it's like the most disheartening. You want to watch a fucking Marshmallow get fucking pummeled every play? It's Mustafa. It's Mustafa again. On a screen, it's Mustafa. There, the toss play.
And Olin's still out there.
Olin will be on the show after the Pittsburgh game. That week, we'll talk to Olin about Mustafa. I love
Tariq is
Olin.
untradeable.
Yeah,
Can't do it.
Yeah,
Tariq,
I mean,
if I'm the
no
coach,
value.
Tariq is cut.
Yeah,
Tariq is cut. I will absorb that. I don't want him in my building.
But you can only absorb so much, man. They have no fucking
What is
room.
he's absorbing my fucking daily routine here.
Oh, I understand, but you can't say that finances
like when
don't
you
play into it.
Yeah, when you manipulate the cap and make some of these, it accelerates cap hits into the next season. So all of a sudden, if we make it in 2023, what ends up happening is, and maybe it doesn't hurt you if you're in full-on rebuilding mode and you don't plan on it, but like if you start getting to a point where you're 50 million in debt or 60 million in dead cap, like that's a holy shit, we fucked up.
You guys said it, and we have to be on top of this. Everything is about number one. Everything. Your center sucks. It's so bad. I don't even know. Like when you watch the tape tomorrow, go on. You got to change this shit. You got to do it now, Juan. You can't be sitting here hamstringing your whole team. This is you guys think we're joking here? This is a fucking a players coming out and sharing the truth in Jason Peters that Latavius Simmons had no fucking practice.
I just
wasn't prepared.
What
you
is
this coach put him out there, Shayne.
Unbelievable. And no,
three fucking turnovers because of Simmons and Mustafa, the two of them.
Yeah.
Let's hear Jason Peters real quick.
Jason, we obviously haven't seen much of Tevin and Larry Borum because they're out with injuries, but I'm just wondering, what have you seen from the two of them in the meeting rooms and off the field?
They want to learn. They want to learn. They ask me questions all the time, and I help them out. Just today, Larry asked me, because he's going to be back this week, to help him. So I'm going to get with him, and because he's coming off a high ankle sprain, and I'm going to get with him and help him around. And I think Tevin, I think he's coming in a couple more weeks, slow progression with him. So I help both of those guys in the meeting room and on the field. We lost Elijah Sunday, and that kind of, hurt us as a unit. We had a guy that stepped in, LC, that didn't get no practice at right tackle, and bless his heart, he came out there and struggled a little bit. So, I mean, with the COVID, you never know. Guy catches it, he's gonna be down, next man up. So, you just got to keep that in mind when you're out here doing your preparation. You just got to be ready. You got to prepare yourself like a starter if you're a backup.
It was a rough spot for Lachavius, wasn't it?
Yes.
How do you deal with that frustration in practice or in games or as a team?
Well, you just got to go back and try to fix the things that you're doing wrong, individual first. And then if you fix yourself first, it's pretty much you'll get the team better. But as a whole, we just all got to look at ourselves as an individual and then look at ourselves as a group and see what we're doing wrong. We're definitely having a bunch of mistakes, and we just got to get them fixed.
Guys, I'm serious. What fucking coach goes into a season with COVID known fucking he got it? Here's a guy, again, this guy has been a freak at left tackle, not completely he makes some mistakes. I'll show you on the tape, but
as a GM, I'm going up to him and I'm giving him a 1-year extension, and I'm guaranteeing his salary next year. 100%.
He's the closest thing you've had to Olin as a leader on there. Here he is answering these questions truthfully, as some of you guys are seeing and saying, and that we would never know if it wasn't for him or Berlissimo saying it, whatever. The reality is, I look at this and I see a man that's tired of the BS. He knows that young man, LC, as he called him, was put in a predicament that could ruin his career. Let's keep it 100. Does any fan give a fuck about Lachavius Simmons? All they saw was him getting beat, dusted, completely overwhelmed, and that was on a negligent coaching staff that didn't prepare for anything. Where are the reps? Where are the second team reps? Where are the preparation? If anything goes wrong, you got to be maniacal. I always say it. You have to be prepared. This now more so than ever with COVID. So Justin Fields doesn't have any reps with the starters, and you throw him out there. He's clearly the best. Bill Lazor says this. We flip-flop. We go back and forth. Andy's our coach. All this minutia is brought on by one fucking person. Blow this fucking guy the fuck out. Give him a fucking COVID shot and send him up the Sears Tower and enjoy your fucking vacation. Just get him out of here.
This week is going to be very telling for that, Phil, because this team is either going to fucking lay down completely fucking flat. Then you're going to start. Then the Trestman stuff is going to start to creep in, where the fucking wheels have fallen off, the fucking roof is falling off. Then I mean, you're looking like fucking Ariel's mother at this point. It's fucking terrible.
So Mo Bierman doesn't understand anything about practice rules. So he's just going to say, I just want to be clear. So a real coach goes, okay, first team, inside zone, right, going up against a 4-4 front. I want to see you guys go after it. Let's go. And you're watching the play. And Justin, inside zone. Herbert hits it up. Did the center step to the front side? He's uncovered. Who do you block? They don't fucking know. So you coach them every fucking front imaginable. Then guess what? The second guy goes in there. Let's run it again. Were you paying attention? Second team runs the play. That's how you fucking handle the CBA. What do you think? They're staying out?
Did I say Jason Peters was?
What?
I don't even know what you're talking about there, Jason. Did those words come out of my mouth when I was talking about Jason Peters?
No.
I
said he's the first player since Olin to have that attitude of straight honesty, and he'll go out there to kill somebody. You could see how he plays this game.
I would put Jason Peters' career up against Olin's any day of the fucking week, and twice on Sunday. Those are just stone cold fucking facts. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer lock.
To watch him at his age do what he does,
it's amazing.
Again, It is amazing.
Watch him in his prime at Buffalo and Philly at the premier offensive line position, right? Like that's
because
that
right
is-
now
that
he
is the one.
admitted, Cars, he wished he would have been here earlier to get in shape more so than he is, because he isn't in the best shape. But Jason Peters on his worst day. Sorry, Jonathan Wood and the Blog Boy crew. You guys don't know fucking football at all. Anyone following you should be banned from this network, because Jason Peters is 20 times, 50 times, 100 times. Don't follow him. 100 times better than Charles Speed Bump Charlie, fucking the Walrus. I mean, it's not even close. It's not even close watching this guy at his age, at 39.
I know HL's not, but Jason Peters is a fucking first ballot Hall of Famer.
Sorry, Stevie.
Not-
I gotta side with Shayne.
His age has zero to do with it.
What?
Exactly.
Oh my God. He
You're
could,
talking
like
about-
HL said, he could have retired 5 years ago, and he was a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yes, I agree. Jason Peters, when he came out of Arkansas, I remember the draft, and I'm like, can we fucking draft this motherfucker? He's gonna be and they were
Took him in, like,
they were
round
working
7,
him out
right?
at tackle at Arkansas in that pro day. That's the true story. And he was so impressive. Coaches were asking, can we play you and he was already playing that third. He was doing what Alex Bars was doing. He was just going in, playing that blocker, and you could just see what anyway. And I'll never forget. Who's the quarterback though?
Stevie, learn football. That's all I'm saying. Because
you guys could disagree, but we'll see. It's gonna happen.
Nonsense, man.
Will Stevie 2 times come back and own it when he is a first ballot Hall of Fame?
He's a 9-time first team all pro voted by his peers as the one. There was 1 year he missed due to injury, which is the only reason it wasn't in 10. Well, it should have been 11, but there are 2 years with with injury. The guy was flat out dominant.
Buffalo traded him. Where was how does Buffalo? They didn't want to pay him. He wanted to be paid. Buffalo didn't want to pay him. They traded him to Philly.
2 first rounders, right? For him?
They got one.
They only got one and a fourth. Wasn't there another?
Yeah, but it wasn't 2 firsts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here's the other thing. Caden Whitlow has the audio. I'm the first person ever to say, I want Olin Kreutz as president, even if he thinks Mustipher is a center. I still want him there because I know he'll find and do the right things when it comes to football people. So when you guys say we want Olin, yeah, I know. We know, because that's what this network has said from fucking 2 years ago. Olin Kreutz needs to be up there, or my second choice would be Gary Fensick. And I don't care about experience. I don't care about anything, because you know what experience got you, Shayne? It got you Ryan Pace, Matt Nagy, Mark Trestman. It got you all of that with the quote experience. I want fucking football people that actually.
Duran was the great idea when we hired him. A guy who'd never had a top 10 defense in his entire life. Let's give him the keys to the car. This will be great.
Exactly. Football people know football people. They could see a shoe salesman.
Would you offer the kitchen sink to Peyton Manning to take over your franchise?
Yeah.
What's the kitchen sink?
It's this really big. There's this place called the Colonial Cafe here, and it's this very big ice cream sundae that's actually served in a giant sink. It's pretty cool.
You know what? Peyton Manning is in my top 5. Yes, because he's a guy that understands football people. He could tell a football guy from a bullshit.
And he's maniacal in his focus.
Maniacal is the key word here for Chicago. There's no other way to win. If you're too worried about season ticket sales and all that shit, you missed the boat. You missed the boat. You have to be That's why Jim Harbaugh is my number 1 coach. He's been that for years. Cars could remember on the fucking dial-up day. He's maniacal. I know he's going to find a way to. Jim Harbaugh coaching this roster, right now, Jim Harbaugh coaching this roster is fucking unbelievable with Justin Fields. I'm telling you right now, there is no let's not pull it and run sweep. Let's fucking do everything in our power to win. We'd have a fullback. We'd be running offset eye counter. We'd be running RPO. We'd run West Coast. We'd run counters. We'd run powers. We'd run everything in the book to do what's best for Justin. That's not what Matt Nagy is. Matt Nagy does what's best for Matt Nagy. That's why it's never worked. I don't understand why, these nerds and the stats. And look at his record. All of that stuff it's just noise. Record doesn't take into team. Record doesn't show you the statistical breakdowns of your defense and how many games they won. It's just like bringing up Lovie Smith and stuff. How many games did Devin Hester win for the Chicago Bears? Would you guys say? And is he a first ballot Hall of Famer?
Yes,
say that.
changed the game.
Yeah.
So how many first ballot? Yes, all three of us, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say, how many games in that season to go to the Super Bowl do you think he won? He definitely won the Arizona game. So there's one, right?
Yeah.
Even though the defense played a part, all of that.
Yeah, the first 2 years were ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like for a return guy to have an impact in probably 3 or 4 games his rookie year, like he did in just returns, is unheard of. Unheard of.
Exactly. And these are the things that statistics and win-loss records don't tell. That's why I always hate it when people say, well, Eli Manning, look at him. But then I watch Eli and he's average to me. Average. Great longevity. What pushes him, I'll say he's a little above average because he played so many games.
Breaking news. The Tape Never Lies Network. Breaking news.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Compliments of bullets.
There you go. Bullets. Getting in. Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
If you're gonna troll,
Actually, she's lost weight, so I gotta give her credit.
Jesus Christ. Listen, we've had a great show, guys. We really thank you guys.
I fucking love this show.
We're gonna do shout outs now. It was good while it lasted.
So we've watched Coach Nagy. You missed that a little bit. We've watched Justin Fields.
I didn't miss that at all.
We've watched Jason Peters, and that takes us to our last contestant for Cherie's single. What is that show? The Bachelorette. Here he is, none other than Alabama's finest, Shayne.
Yeah.
Eddie Jackson. Let's watch what Mr. Eddie Jackson had to say.
Let's see how he tackles this situation.
You just got to keep that installed in your mind throughout the game. Just continue to rap, continue to rap.
Is there any difference? Like, do you keep it in your mind? I'm the last guy. I'm the last man of defense. Is that something you got to keep in your mind ahead of time where I'm the last line of defense? Or, you know what, I got somebody behind me to clean it up, so I can be a little bit more.
You gotta keep that in your mind. You know, that's one of the biggest things, because if it get past you, I mean, it's definitely touchdown. And that's the thing that really, for as a safety, you know, you kind of got to be cautious of, because a linebacker or a D lineman can miss a tackle, and you know, you got a bunch of guys rallying right behind you, you know, so it's less effective. But as a safety, last guy, you know, you can, you know, the ball gets on you fast when those guys hit the hole free. So you just got to continue to just, you know, like I said, keep that installed in your mind. Like, I can't let him get behind me. I got to rap. I got to bring him on. I got to get him on the ground, you know, no matter how much your instincts, you know, take play. You know, like I said, sometimes you want to just come in and try to knock a guy out, but you got to just remember, you know, you just got to keep that installed throughout the game. And our coaches do a good job on the sideline reminding us, like, hey, that was a good tackle, but next time make sure you bring your arms, you know, so stuff like that is just reminding you, you know, right throughout the game.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yep, no problem.
Obviously, when there's losses, there's going to be criticism and things like that. Just curious how you feel like you've been handling that. And I have to ask you about that thing with Lance Briggs last week. Did you regret that at all?
Regret? Oh, well, I wouldn't say too much of regret, because I feel like, it's football, and for me, the type of player I am, I feel like you should never question my effort. Making a tackle, I know I have to make that tackle. Don't nobody go out there and want to miss a tackle. You have to get the guy on the ground. So, but when it comes to questioning effort and playing ability, when we all been here before, we all as players, we all know how it feels. When you're going out there, you laying everything on the line, trying to be aggressive. Things like that is going to happen, but you just got to go out there and make your plays. And like I said, when the effort part gets the question, that's the part that I have to say something about. But I could take direct criticism. I went to Alabama. Coach Saban is the biggest. He always coaches us on that. You got to learn how to take direct criticism. So it's not about that.
Notice he didn't mention Nagy.
Like I said, we just got to continue to fight and push through and block all that stuff out.
Go ahead, Jason.
Eddie, your tackling has been scrutinized for at least the last 2 years. I mean, taking everybody else's opinions out of it, how do you think you're doing in that area? In an area that, if I'm remembering right, you talked about in August wanting to do better this season.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
probably.
I think I'm doing pretty solid. I just got limited the open field tackles. That's something that I've been working on. I work on it in practice and everything. But like I said, effort is doesn't play in a role in that. I'm out there giving everything I got. So just got to continue to, work on the little things, taking angles and, wrapping and things like that. But I feel like it's been pretty good, and it's continued to, improve. And that's for us as a defense as a whole.
When you say wrapping, is that part of the issue for you that you're trying to correct mentally, as opposed to just trying to deliver a big hit or trying to get the ball out without necessarily making sure you're doing a fundamental wrap up and tackle?
Yeah, you just got to wrap, because, sometimes you can go in the game, especially when you're trying to make a play, you want to go and try to lay a big hit on the guy, try to knock the ball out, or when you're trying to script at the ball, but you have to get the guy on the ground. We coach, first man and second man to the ball. That's the type of thing we coach. So we just got to continue to, stay on top of those keys. And that's something that you got to put into your mind, when you're going in on the tackle, like, okay, just remember to wrap, you know what I mean? Because sometimes, like I said, when you're going out there, you just flying around, man, and you're just trying to make plays, all that stuff kind of leave, and you just going out there trying to be aggressive. And sometimes it can pay off, and sometimes it can hurt you. So just got to continue to, keep that in the back of your mind every time you go in, make sure you wrap.
There he is.
Yeah.
He's calling his coach, but it's Nick Saban, as we've said many times before.
Well, Nick Saban benched his ass. I've talked about it
exactly
for weeks here.
Many times before.
I don't care if you're a captain. If you're not going to tackle, you're going to be sitting over on the fucking bench. And he did it. He benched his ass.
The fact that he voices Nick and not Nagy when you're a professional.
Yeah.
There's a moment in Ted Lasso. If you check out that show, shout out to Jim Larison and Jackle telling me to check this show out. And I've totally on board with this show.
Yeah, it's great.
It is so good. So it gives you perspective. This is Matt Nagy right here. But there's a moment where Lasso, who doesn't know anything about soccer, but he knows about the sport and the competitive drive, and he's yelling at this guy who's not going to practice. He's not going to practice because his feelings are hurt. So he calls him out, practice. And then he calls him out. There's no accountability with Nagy. And I've said this many times before, even with Cap, and I love Cap and I love my man Grody. And they've always gone back to that lean on, well, he hasn't lost the locker room. And I've always said, it's a fucking resort.
Not everybody that gets fired loses the locker room.
Exactly.
You lose the fucking job because you don't win enough. You don't develop the fucking players. Lovie Smith never lost the fucking locker room.
No.
He didn't win enough of it. Well, yeah, half of it. but you know what I'm saying though. Not everybody. Jesus Christ, not everybody gets fucking.
Can you imagine, Shayne, that you're a safety that's that highly paid, and you're having to remember to wrap up? Like,
well, I think it's funny the guy asking him the question. He's like, are you cool because you got somebody behind you? And I'm like, well, he's a fucking safety. Who the fuck is back there? Greg Braggs? Fucking Jesus Christ. The last line of defense
doesn't lie on this.
Why they call you a safety? You're the safety net. Make the fucking play. You're worried about wrapping up. You're not even in the vicinity to fucking wrap up. You're whiffing on the initial attempt. You're not even making contact. How many times have we seen him come up to fill or to even just to make a fucking tackle and he's tackling air and he whiffs.
Because he's turning his head and dropping a shoulder.
Every week we watch it on the tape. If you're not a patron, you need to become one, because every Saturday we do a coach's clinic emphasizing, spotlighting the defense. Me, my father, Coach Atoshin Sr., and our guy, Berlissimo from across the pond, who produces the show. We go in depth, as he's saying right here. There he is, right on cue, watching guys lined up at safety 30 yards, sometimes 25, 30 yards off the football. I've never seen that before, but sign up right there. Become a patron right under Keeping It 100, thetapeneverlies.com for this show every Saturday.
Ladies and gentlemen, class is now in session. X's with the O's.
X's with the O's. Every Saturday, we're going to break it down like nobody else does. Nobody. I'm telling you right now, sign up and you see. Just give it a month. Give it a month. See what you get. But you get every detail. We actually answer the whys. That's the goal. So hopefully you do that. But with Eddie Jackson, guys, that again, thank you, Ron G, for cutting those clips, because Jackle was so busy today, and Claudio doing some work too. I'm proud of my little brother Claudio, who found out he is just like Cars. He has a family member. It's Alex Acevedo's his brother. They look just alike.
Phil, do you know, talking about the kiss of death, you just complimented Claude and everything that he's done. He's got a segment coming up, and now this means that this segment is going to be horrific.
Dude,
correct?
I hope not. Are we going to that segment? Or are we doing bear up, bear down? Are we bringing Claudio in? Cards, it's your choice.
I always am a fan of Cut It Out. I mean, and it's why I join the show every day is just for Claudio's moment. And I'm not going to lie, when he screws the pooch on it, it ruins my week. I go upstairs, I wake my girls up, I beat them for a little while, I put them back into bed crying. So, like, no pressure, Claudio, but if you screw this up, my kids are going to be crying all night because of you. So let's get it fixed.
Hey, cut it out. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you must have been at the top of your fucking class.
It's Claudio the Barber.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Just cut it out.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Cut it out.
Man, cut that shit out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
It's Cut It Out with Claudio the Barber. Hey, you gotta let me talk, Phil. Hey, you gotta let me speak. Claudio is gonna be bringing a new sense to Keeping It 100. It's Cut It Out with Claudio on the Tape Never Lies Network.
Yo, fuck.
Did you get better looking?
This is Michael the fucking killer right here. All right? Listen.
Never mind. Take him off. I can't even understand him because of the mask. It's done. Take it off.
I mean, Phil might say Illinois, but I'm from Illinois. Listen. All right, listen. I love the
I'm gonna text my wife to start waking the girls right now.
Ready? Let's put this up right here. There's only one Cut It Out for this fucking week right now, and I'm gonna bring it to you. Ready? Let's find it. Where is it? Here it is. All right. There it is. Listen, don't make me come out of this fucking insane asylum to your fucking insane asylum at Hallis Hall. All right? Cut Nagy the fuck out. Seriously. Cut him the fuck out. Get the fuck out of here.
Shayne was right. Shayne was right. It's the kiss of death.
It's Halloween. It's Michael the fucking killer. It's Halloween.
Ariel Cologne must be at Jackle's house, pointing her down.
Listen.
Oh my God.
Listen, it's Michael the fucking it's Halloween. Let's go.
Can you cast a spell on him, Cherie? To just
do some.
Like, I don't know if you got any Eye of Newt or any over there.
Maybe this will work for the segment.
This has been a Shy City Sports presentation.
Wow.
Oh,
Claudio, every time you're like Paula Abdul.
Yeah.
You take two
It's
steps
Halloween.
forward.
Listen, it's Halloween. This is my guy.
Don't sing that song. It's going to get stuck in my head.
Ryan and Matt are men of character. They are both, like Ted, outstanding leaders. I've been most impressed with how well they collaborate.
I mean, guys, again, I think they're 100% right. Our culture is the envy of everyone in the NFL.
Absolutely.
100%.
It's like this segment. Everybody fucking wants it. And we have it.
There's Matt in his appropriate place. One of these kids is doing his own thing. One of these kids is one and the same.
Cut him out.
Claudio, the votes are in.
Michael
Myers was a loser tonight.
Cut him.
They didn't like cut it out. We had to cut Claudio out, I guess.
Ban him from the studio.
It was a good run.
Ariel Cologne of the show tonight.
It was a good run for Cut It Out, circa 2020 to early 2021. It's gone downhill. I feel like at this moment we've collaborated on this, and we're just going to move on from Cut It Out in the middle of the season. We feel it's right for the franchise, right for the network. See how easy that is, George? Do you see how easy that is? Come on.
We could bring Steven Johnson on for the Cut It Out segment, and he could hit that red button up top, right?
End broadcast.
Yeah, the end broadcast button.
Listen, every week we go backwards before we go forwards with a look at the 49ers. Let's go back and one last time to this nightmare. Not Claudio's Cut It Out segment, but what was Tampa, Chicago?
Philatosion, Shayne Marsaw, the Tape Never Lies Network.
A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up, a bear down. It's Draft Dr. Phil and the smartest man around. A bear up. This week, Draft Dr. Phil and Shayne Marsaw, the smartest man. Bear ups and bear downs of the week.
Yes, update. We have no idea where Angelo is. Shayne and I talked to him on the phone. Logan, I see.
Should we reenact that phone call?
Sure.
Yes.
You ready?
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah, hello.
Hey, Angelo.
Oh, hey, Coach.
How you? Oh, you sound better, Angelo. You
Is
sound
that-
good.
I hear somebody else on the phone with you. Is that Alex?
No, it's not Alex.
Who is it?
It's Shayne. It's
No,
Shayne, the smartest
it's not
man.
Shayne. It's Alex Acevedo. You're pulling
No,
my
I'm
foot.
serious, Angelo. I wouldn't kid you. We haven't talked to you in a while.
Coach,
It's not
so-
Alex.
Coach, Shayne,
Yes.
it's so good. Shayne, how's your little boy doing? Good, good. Thanks, Angelo. I appreciate it. Oh yeah, I've been praying for him every day. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. I can't be funny no more. I gotta go. My dad needs me. Well, Angelo, how's your dad feeling? He's doing great. But guys, for real, I gotta go. I have so much on my plate. I'm just trying to do the right thing. I gotta go. Coach, thank you. Shayne, thank you. Alex, if you're on the other line too, thank you. Guys,
No, we're very economical, my family.
That was the actual fucking phone.
Yes.
And I am not lying.
Was
still on the run from the cartels, basically, right now.
Like Nagy, he can't disclose his location.
Listen, he can't disclose his location. This is
Well, you know
true
it's wrong with
story.
Connecticut. You know it's wrong.
Everybody, Shayne just reenacted it. He cuts into you and says, "Listen, guys, I gotta go.
Always a pleasure."
The cops are there's cop car. Then we'll go 7 minutes longer. Phil and I will be talking to these. They're getting really close now, guys. Coach, I got
He wants off that phone no matter what. But we're trying. Hopefully Angelo comes back one day. But he can't be funny now.
Yeah, can't. No more
We're
funny.
like, what are you talking about? That's part of someone spoke to him and said he can't be funny now. So I don't know. That's the Angelo update.
I want more antique breakdowns. That's really what I'm
yeah.
looking forward to.
Do we still have that?
No.
The birds.
No, the birds one. Yeah, we have it on one. I think it's
I
on the
know I will.
BHL side.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I know.
Don't switch
we'll
that
play
over.
at the
So
end.
end the broadcast. Yeah.
No,
Wait, is it this button?
The Zord show.
But anyways, here we go.
Anyways, let's go. Last time we started with Cherie, we worked our way around. Do you guys? What's the temperature of the room? Is Jackal?
Why are we doing this? Who would we give other than one person? Who would we give a bear up to?
It's really tough. It really is tough.
We're gonna try. We're gonna do our best. Jerry
Yeah,
Angelo was the GM.
There's one name, and if someone else calls it, I'm calling the same name.
Well, maybe that's how we'll play the game this week. But is Jackal's name allowed? Cars, I've gone to you now twice. Claudio blew it. Just
Wasn't
like
me,
the
bro.
kicker.
Wasn't
The
me.
kicker blew it.
It was Michael, bro. It was Michael.
I feel like this is Jackal's post-third groin injury Cairo Santos moment. So I'm really expecting him to come on and hit 37 in a row right now. So
Bro, I got faith in you.
Here we go.
What's up, boys?
we're doing this.
All right, we're gonna start with me. Go to cars. Work the bottom, the under routes. So Jackal, Claudio, up to Cherie. You're the good witch, right, Cherie? Glenda.
Except if you're from the region.
There's no such thing.
No
That doesn't exist.
Cars starting it out. End on Mr. Marsaw, then back. So Shayne will get the layup if he takes it. My bear down, though, is none other than Matthew Nagy. To do what he did after the game on Justin Fields, to me, is the reckoning. That is the moment the GM and every person that's a minority owner or whoever goes to ownership and says, no, this is a travesty of epic proportions. This isn't Kyle Brandt running the fucking Bears. Let him do his soap opera series on his fucking show. This is a fucking national treasure, the Charter franchise. And you're throwing Justin Fields to the fire because he's a young player and he can't know your place. Fuck you, Nagy. Fuck you. As I said in my rant, three times. Well, what was that song? Was it Kenny Rogers? Once, twice, three times a lady? Was it Jackal? Well, that's what it is. We've seen it once. We've seen it twice. This is the third time. It's got to end. So, Matt Nagy, you are my motherfucking bear down this week. Cars. It was the
So my bear down is pretty. It's pretty simple. My bear down is Tom Brady. I felt what he did was very disrespectful to us. No, I can't pick a name. Like if it's anybody other than Khalil Herbert, nobody deserves anything in my mind. So bear down everybody but Khalil. I'm cheating this week because that game was so terrible
every week.
I know. That's my thing. Yeah. Yeah. I cheat, Phil. I cheat to win. This is how I do.
That's the Packer way.
You
gotta cheat to win. You gotta cheat.
Claudio's my referee, and he just okayed it, so we're all
Claudio
good.
Didn't. You put the hex on Michael Myers, but okay. So you've completely taken every choice, but that doesn't mean Jackle can't have his. Go ahead, Jackle.
Man, you took both of them.
Both of them.
I wanted to say Mustafa. You know, that's
yeah. Go ahead.
That's my bear down is Mustafa, the roller.
You sure you want Jackle in this show? This
I
game?
do.
He always blows the game.
That's why I want it, because it takes off the little the shine off of what I just did, so it works out really well for me.
Smorstifer. He's right, Barlissimo.
I like that.
As I said in my rant, he's a fucking marshmallow. Put him in the fire, and he's your
s'mores.
S'mores. That's it. S'mores.
Great.
S'mores. So, yes, say it and complete it.
Mr. Mustafa is my bear down.
There you go. Claudio the Barber.
All right. I don't know. I'm surprised nobody picked this dude. Allen Robinson, bro. I mean, this dude is just disappointed. He gave up on a fucking couple plays
him last week.
The dude, I got him in fantasy. He's killing me in fucking fantasy. I can't even start him. So, you know what? Mooney's the fucking WR1. So, fuck Allen Robinson. He is my bear down. Allen Robinson's my bear down.
There you go. And you got
Allen Robinson or Robertson?
No, Allen Robinson.
Okay.
He did the lean in. He gets extra points for the
well played,
Matt Waldman podcast. The football guys mock there. Cherie, the good witch. Who is your bear down?
So because I only watched the first half of the game, I couldn't stomach the second.
Me too.
I had to do it because he was kind of put in a messed up situation. But my bear down is gonna be Pig Simmons because for obvious reasons.
It's a good one. Poor Pig getting out there and getting manhandled and embarrassed.
I know it wasn't his fault that he got put in that situation, but he still.
Well, he's got to, you're an NFL player. You got to be able to do it. So there you go.
Javius Simmons is my bear down.
There you go. Shayne Marsaw.
I'm going to go off script here a little bit. And I'm going to give myself the bear down because I've been really, really hard on Ariel's mother. And I didn't realize that today is actually her birthday.
Oh. Wow.
So
are you going to sing?
To make up for it, I produced this video for her. And
oh my gosh.
Claudio's brown balls, the Whopper.
Fuck. Now all I want to hear is the South Park chef's chocolate salty balls.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Shayne's looking it up right now. Look at
there you go.
Oh my god.
Whoppers. Wow.
Whoppers.
Baby Ruth and Whoppers so far on this panel. Jesus. Claudio likes chocolate salty balls. Yes. From South Park. One of my favorites. Chris Jackle.
All right. I'm going to be serious for a second. I hate to do that, but I had a close personal friend I grew up with, a family, the Bernie family, grew up with in Vernon, Connecticut. Mr. Bernie passed away a few days ago. 4 beautiful sons. I grew up with the oldest, which means I grew up with all 4 of them. My younger sister was close with them. You name it, we did it all together. He was a man that I spent a lot of time with growing up with just because of sports and just where I lived. We were neighbors and great family, better people. Unfortunately, we lost a good one. Godspeed on your next journey, Mr. Bernie. And he had a truck called the September Sun. When we were all growing up, when my friend Brian turned 16, he drove that truck, and now to us, he's off riding the September sun. So to Mr. Bernie, to you, my man.
Rest in peace. Well
Yes,
said,
thank you,
Chris. I'm sorry for your loss.
Yeah, it was a tough one. He's older, dealing with some health issues, but nonetheless, when these things happen, it's no bueno. Favorite candy? Almond Joy. I don't know why. I get stuck with those at home. Yeah, and so I'll destroy them. Yep.
3 weird choices there. Someone booted them for
Thanks, Shayne.
Almond Joy's got nuts.
That's why he likes them. Yeah.
I kept it balls praying for tonight, you fuckers. Jesus.
Might as well bring it again.
Bring that fat ass over here.
Balls and nuts.
Kit Kat is actually my choice.
Everybody,
just so you know, Phil, Kit Kat is my number 1 choice.
Oh,
Kit Kat.
Yeah. So why didn't you say?
Because I'm sticking with the nuts in the mouth.
He was sticking with the nuts in the mouth.
You gotta go fucking slow, bro.
I'm believing you. See, this is poor
Jackle don't do shit.
Yes, don't do that shit. I thought you really liked Almond Joy. My wife likes Almond Joy. I don't know. What the fuck is Almond Joy? I don't like Almond Joy. I don't know. There's 3, but Chris, you've corrected.
Yes, Kit Kat.
Kit Kat is your go-to. Okay. Yeah. Still, I'm not a Kit Kat fan.
Okay.
Jackal, Shayne, are you?
Kit Kat? I mean, yeah, if somebody gave it to me and I wanted candy, I wouldn't turn it down. The Almond Joy, I'd throw back at Jackal.
Yeah. Almond Joy is like, if you're in your kids, I had a pillowcase. Did you do the pillowcase?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when you're a kid, hell yeah.
Yeah. So then you'd spread that out. My mom was like crazy. She thought like there's poison.
The razor blades.
They can put razor blades in it. Yeah.
Remember that one year they put pins in it?
Yeah.
Pins in it. These motherfuckers are nuts. But anyway, I would always, put it out. My dad liked the weirdest candy. Guess what candy? Chuckle.
I thought you were going to say, honeys.
The Chuckles?
No.
Really?
Remember the Chuckles?
Yes.
I'm like, you can have every fucking one of them. Yeah. And the dots were like,
those would rip your teeth out of your mouth.
I go, exactly.
This even say Necco wafers. Those are fucking
oh my
horrible.
God. What are those?
Chalk.
What are those fucking little bird? Not the Easter one, but
Peeps?
the other peanut. This
Peeps?
is the worst.
I only know the Peeps from Easter.
Oh, fuck Peeps. No way.
It's like a marshmallow, but it looks like a peanut. That is the
You're
worst.
better off doing cocaine than eating
Hold on,
it.
hold on.
Oh, I think I know which one you're talking about.
All right.
That shit.
Cars is up. Cars
That is one section.
At least someone's got to produce this show.
I think it's the turtles. The turtle. I don't know what.
No, the turtles are good.
Will's
I
got
don't
to
know
work
what
on
that
it. He's
is.
got to
I gotta
work on the
find
spelling,
it.
but we'll take it. We know what he's talking about.
You guys in the
Just
chat
talk to
can share
text,
you share your candies. Lady C liked M&M's with nuts. With nuts. Claudio.
It likes the nuts.
If you weren't married, Lady C might be. Circus peanuts. That's it.
Yep.
Top 5 worst candies right
Yeah,
there.
I know it's
Oh
oh
my God. I'm like, who fucking distributed this? And who are they trying to kill?
What children? How much do they hate children? Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Cars. Shout out.
So this week I'm going to shout out both of my little girls who have been just dominating both in gymnastics and piano. So it has been, it's been tough for everybody, and they have to put up with this as a father. So they have extra to deal with every week. So shout out to them. I really can't think of anybody else. As for favorite candy, there are 2 that Aubrey knows to ask for when she goes. She looks for hers, and then that she sees if they either have the tiny peanut butter M&Ms or the Reese's peanut butter cups, because you cannot beat chocolate and peanut butter.
So basic.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Let me get chocolate salty balls in my mouth there, buddy.
Exactly.
Simmer down.
Halloween, you gotta
Simmer
do,
down.
bro.
Simmer down. Simmer down.
Simmer down. I pity the fool. Listen, my shout outs. We're saving Shayne for last this week. I got to shout out first and foremost, real quick. Great job, all of you tonight. just rocking and rolling. I was like, you know what? I'm not inviting anybody on the show. Shayne, what do you think this week? Let's just talk Bears the whole time. Halloween, get you ready after that disappointment. So I really enjoyed tonight's discussion. I'll end on one other football note when Shayne wraps up his shout outs. I just want to see. Actually, let's do that real quick. Everybody, thumbs up. Do you think Khalil Mack is playing Sunday? Thumbs down. No one thinks he's playing this Sunday. I'm going to say thumbs up. Thumbs up. I don't know. That was a weird press conference, and Ian Rappaport reporting he won't. He'll be on IR. Yeah. Coach Nagy gives hope for Gary Williams. Anyway, you guys in the chat, leave a response. Will Khalil play? It's going to be interesting. I got to shout out Alyssa Brian Chambers. Him and his wife rocking that TTNL swag. Huge fans of the network, the show, everything we do here. I wanted to shout these two out. Look at that. Rocking the swag, Claudio.
Careful, Shayne.
Dave Smith and his wife, Carrie Fajes. I don't know how to pronounce it. Carrie Fajes. CL Romano. Ryan Young. Sinclair Fossawick. Brennan Meckelrath. Jessica Chackled. Not Jackle. Chackled.
Can't be
Tyro Priest. CL Priest. Shannon Green. I got to shout out my daughter as well. Her birthday, she will be 19 tomorrow. Isabella. We will be going out for dinner tomorrow night to celebrate Isabella. So, wanted to shout everybody out that was in the chat tonight. I want to shout everybody that's been sharing. All of you. Berlissimo for all his hard work. My dad for all his hard work. And all of you guys. Caden and my boy, Ron G, for producing this background here and all of those clips tonight. Ron G did a great job with this.
Yes, he
Keeping
did,
It 100 Halloween clown backdrop. Listen, Shayne Marsaw,
right?
Shayne Marsaw.
Yeah, I'm gonna remove just leave the comments down for right now.
Here we go.
And
big news.
Yeah, no, it's everybody knows my story, what we've been going on with my son. You know, super emotional. It's been a crazy week to say the least, and we're only at Wednesday. But I'm not gonna verbally speak my shout outs. I'm just gonna play one for everybody to enjoy. So take a look.
try?
No. Why not? Do. Or do not. There is no try.
Oh, I went in there. And I looked at it. Yeah. Right over here. They really think over there. So excited. I am carrying a pom-pom for you. This is like, but then when I look at it, it's just the phone. You ring it loud as you can. Do you want to shake the pom-pom? Come on, do it. Shake the pom-pom. You'll feel weird. Good job. Nice job. You did great. Oh, good job.
Do you want a picture with Dad next to the bell?
I think you should get over here.
Wow.
We got some great news today. Yeah, this is good and bad. I mean, I'm so happy because my son is cancer free, but the fight is not over for this network. Riley's journey probably never going to be over, but we won this round. Took him for his PET scan this morning, and it's very stressful, obviously. It was supposed to happen yesterday. I'm not going to get into the negativity surrounding that part of it because I almost went to jail, but that's a story for a different night. But no, everything happened so fast. They took him in. We had to switch buildings, and the lady there at the end that Riley was hugging was Dr. Seema, his lead oncologist. She's been fucking angel, absolute best, and she's no bullshit, no nonsense. And she literally, we were sitting in a room alone, stressing, wondering, what the days ahead were going to be. If there was cancer, Riley was going to have to start with radiation, and that's a whole another thing. But we got good news, and Dr. Seema literally came bursting through the door like she had just won the Super Bowl MVP. That's how we found out, and it was literally the best feeling in the world. I've been collecting some pictures along the way to kind of document this, and I have video, and you guys are probably wondering, I know Phil, I let Phil know, and Cars and Ryan Cox, of course, kept the circle very, very small because I wanted to let everybody else know at the same time tonight, because it's the positivity, the positive thoughts work. But like I said, this journey doesn't end today. We shift our focus. There's a whole bunch of kids there, and you want to talk about having the happiest moment of your life. My son's sitting there ringing that bell, and oh yeah, you look down that long corridor, and those kids aren't. Their fight's just beginning. Their fight's ongoing. So it's definitely a double-edged sword, and we have one of our family members, Ryan Cox, who's fighting the same battle with Spencer. Riley is one of the lucky ones, and I couldn't have done any of this without you guys, without the TTNL family, the Hundo crew, Alex H sending inspirational quotes each and every day without fail. There's been good and bad days along the way, as Phil can attest. I mean, I didn't even know if I could do the show tonight because I'm fucking tired. It's just been crazy.
Emotionally,
yeah,
mentally,
it's
physically.
Yeah, and but we needed this W, but like I said, we're going to stay diligent at this network, and Riley won this round, but now we shift our focus and our energy back to Spencer, where it started, and he needs all of our love and compassion and positive thoughts each and every day. You know, he's been an inspiration throughout this to Riley, because when Riley was having a bad day, I would always show him, and Ryan doesn't even know this, I would show him a picture of Spencer. I'm like, Riley, look how small Spencer is. Look how young he is. And he's fighting this like a fucking superhero. That means you can too. And Riley is my hero, just like Spencer is. Like I said, I'm the biggest baby in the world. I don't know how these kids do it. I know how emotional it is as a parent. I can't imagine being a child sleeping at night or trying to sleep and knowing that you have a PET scan that's going to shape your life, really. It's saddening, but at the same time, it's a beautiful moment. We got our beautiful moment today. And we go back in 3 months. You know, the doctor's visits aren't over. My son he's done with chemo, and he got his PICC line out of his arm today that he's had, and Daddy's not shooting him up with 4 different syringes every single night. The pill box gets locked back up for a little while, and it was a good day, and my family needed this W. This network needed this W, and as bad as the product on the field has been with the team that we talk about, doesn't matter. Doesn't fucking matter. Like, I just saw my son ring that bell, and I love both my kids and Ela with all my heart, and it was the single proudest moment of my life. And I'm a 45-year-old man that's been through a lot. I've seen a lot, and I got to experience that today. And I want to thank you guys here that are on this panel, everybody still listening, my family. You saw the crowd of people there in that little video. That's Riley's school. You know, everybody bought T-shirts to support him. The different athletic teams wore purple socks in support of Riley for all of their home games this fall. And it's been overwhelming, the amount of support. I mean, there was days like Riley wanted to go get victory wings, as he called it today, chicken wings after we left. And my phone's going, I look down and it's Cap, David Kaplan. You know what I mean? Just, it's amazing the reach that this network, the work that everybody does. We bust balls here, but you know, we'll bust Jackle's balls or Claudio's balls, and then they know at the end of the day that Phil and I and Cherie and everybody else are going to be right in the fucking foxhole if anybody needs it.
Exactly.
And that's what this network is all about. And like I said, I love you all. Thank you all for helping us along this. It's been a short ride in the grand scheme of things, but it's still extremely stressful and emotional. Like I said, now we focus our energy back on Spencer and on the Cox family where it needs to go. Doesn't mean we have to forget about Riley and his situation, because he's going to be battling this and have effects from this for the rest of his life. Yeah. But his doctor's appointments are going to be less, and we move forward. So I'm glad I got to share this moment, the saddest moment of my life, when I announced that my son was diagnosed in August, and we got it today. And when they say, you know, when you hear a bell ring, an angel gets their wings, it's what I felt like today. And I'm glad that my angel got to walk over and hug me, because the day that I found out that he had cancer, as probably most people know, I didn't get that chance to hug him because he was in Europe,
right,
visiting. And today I got to share that moment with him, and just feeling his chest up against my chest and how tight he held me and how tight I held him. That's what this is all about, that bond. And it's I couldn't thank you guys enough, and I'm glad that I got to share just that little video that I made with my thumb before the show. I know we're probably going to get a copyright clip, but fuck it. It's worth it. So that is my shout out. And then again, I thank you all.
Shayne, from all of us, just thank you for sharing. I'll say this to wrap up the show, and I won't be long. No rant. Football for me is life and religion, and to be able to come together in this forum with this show and bring all these people together, and for you to share your life and the trials and tribulations that come with it, and be strong and brave and face that. I don't think people realize what it's like to stand in front of a camera and share your truths, whether it be about the game of football, but more importantly about your own personal life. We joke around and we say this, but my boy Shayne, and I say this with all the pride I possibly can say, I think Riley, his strength, his endurance, his perseverance flows through you. And I can't even tell you how many texts, DMs, voice messages, and everything that people are going through stuff. And this stuff does matter. The game of football is one thing. This network brings both people, football, and truth together. And that's where we live and die. And today, to ring that bell, to see this, and for you to share it at the end of the show, for those of you that stuck around, that those of you that went to bed, you missed that emotional moment, that real moment in this network. That's what we do here. And I can't thank you enough for honestly sharing it and really helping, more so than you think, many people in this world out to hear that. And there's hope, as Gary Williams would say. Just think about this real quick. August, worst moment ever. October, the fight gets round one is done, and it could be done forever. That knockout punch tonight. Hopefully our Chicago Bears learn a thing or two from Shayne Marsaw and Riley Marsaw. You only get one life. Gotta fight for it each and every time. Wrap up the show and wrap up Eddie Jackson when he comes to the open field tackles. For Shayne Marsaw, Cherie, Claudio the Barber, his cut it out segment sucked. Jackle did a few things tonight. That is the update. And for Cars, we'll see you guys next Wednesday. We're supposed to have Eric Kramer back to tell us about his experience with Cars and the Hall of Fame, but hopefully Cars bravens up.
Cars, you
if
can do it.
Anything from tonight, especially at the end, he will.
We might have to make the call for him, Phil. Just have Eric call and put him on the spot.
We will find out next week. Did Cars make the call? Remember that commercial? You make the call. Hopefully Cars does. We'll be live. Bears Hour live. Become a patron. We'll see you next week on the best show covering the Bears on the planet. Keeping it 100.
This has been a Shy City Sports presentation and a Tape Never Lies Network production. Keeping it 100. Thanks for tuning in to the Tape Never Lies